Boys, it is your home brony man. Your home brony man. Funky D. No, wait, not Funky D. Funky Luffy. I am continuing off where I left off last time, which is like basically the same day. Cause, oh, come on, dudes. It's like so freaking good. I want to see how this ends. Anyway, let's just proceed. Last time you heard, well, previously what you heard is that Miku is now the Joe Brooklyn is now and Spike are now fighting again the same Anthros they fought in the previously in the beginning of the chapter. So I'm just going to continue off there where I said when Yang said shouted begin. Okay, let's see. Oh God, sorry guys, sorry. Oh my eyes. I don't know why they hurt a bit. Ugh. Miku now runs towards Joseph like a speeding bullet. She brought her palms forward, attempting a quick knockout attack. Joe sees her attack from experience of others, her speed and palm attack. He makes a square position, dodging her blow. Miku felt confused, but only for a fraction, for a second, until realizing Joe had dodged her. The human attempted a quick punch to her stomach, although without hesitation, Miku moved out of the way, but felt her opponent's fist slightly touches her stomach. The rabbit skates and like lightning charges towards her yet again. This time she is going to send a barrage of kicks and punches. Rap Joseph Joseph stands ready for whatever it comes. Miku does a sidekick, but Joe's palm snaps open and stops her kick. She didn't stop there. Miku now throwing a punch to his face, but Joe caught it. The rabbit growls angrily and quickly lifts her left foot, kicks Joe's head. He saw this and ducks his head down, only noticing Miku's kneeing his stomach. Joseph almost yelled in pain if Miku didn't try a spin kick. Joe got his thought together and hopped backwards. He gasped for air much as he could breathe in. I know I should be groaning in pain, but what I just did was amazing. Amazing! Try awesome! My senses are like a fox, except for not realizing she need me in my stomach, but I think I'm starting to get this. Can I keep this up? She isn't holding back no more. Ouch. This hurts. Well, duh! Of course it hurts. You just got kneed in the gut. Well, why wouldn't it hurt? Okay. Joe suddenly hears Spike in the mid in his mind saying something that boosts their spirits up. We just gotta do this for Twilight and the others. Let's make them proud of us. Spike's voice echoed through Joe's head. I want you to also think why you're fighting. You have goals and wishes to see them fulfilled. Use that as your strength, not hate or pain. Master Yang's voice also echoed. Joseph sees in an image of his six male friends. Oh, male friend. No! Friends, all smiling at him with Spike, Luna, Celestia, and his father. He sighs deeply. Thank you all for this second chance. Now let me repay you. Joe snaps his head up, staring at Miku's completely calmly. Miku tilts her head sideways in confusion. He's charging of a sudden. He's changed all of a sudden. Wait, what is happening? Why do I feel a strong sense of inner... Miku's train of thought has been interrupted by Joe's charging straight at Miku. Fist first, The rabbit sense kicked in at the last minute, and she barely had time to dodge. However, Joseph wasn't stopping now. He continued punching her backwards as she blocked as quickly as a rabbit could move. Miku is now struggling to keep blocking the human's punches at very strong, which is making her arms bruise. Ow! Dude, you haven't been in train. You only been trained for like a few minutes, and yet you're bruising her arms, dude. What kind of training is that? If she tries counter striking, it could be a risky move. Miku sees Joe isn't using his legs to kick. This could be her advantage. She swings her foot to Joe's ankle, hoping to knock him down. Acceptantly, Joe stomps his foot down on her. Miku gasps with horror as her eyes went wide. The human then let go swiftly. Miku looked at Joe, seeing his head pulled back and then swinging forward for a headbutt. Joseph's head hit her head straight on and sending her rolling across the ground. Some students caught her from rolling further. Spike's jaws nearly hit the ground. Dude, nice! He felt absolutely astonished by Joe's sudden combat improvement, and he actually sent Miku, who beats him effortlessly, and now Joe has sent her rolling. Lots of chatter erupted as the human makes a critical blow on one of the best new students. The rabbit slowly moves her head around, imagining her of her fellow students being fuzzy or faded. Miku couldn't hear the chatter around her, only hearing a long, irritating beep and her breathing. She could she couldn't believe what just happened. A human trained for a few hours is beating her in 7 minutes. She clenched her fist with anger. Master Yang sees her and trembles with anger. Her hand trembles with anger. Oh dear, it seems that her father's past with Kirk is affecting her. Oh God, what did he do? Migo struggles standing back up while maintaining her balance. She wobbles but manages to stay standing, disoriented and hurt badly from a strong blow on her head. It was lucky Miku is standing at all. I will not lose like my father against the human. Kirk! Miku screamed. She caught angrily attempting a punch. Before she could even hit Joe, Miku felt a surge of pain at her stomach. Joseph Brooklyn countered attack. Miku felt weak at Joe's powerful punch. She allows herself to collapse. How? This is just like how father lost. Joe caught her before she hit the ground. He has a pain expression with guilt and sadness. Joe thought he went too far. I'm so sorry, Mew. Master Yang placed a hand on Joe's shoulder, giving a reassured smile. Don't worry, Mr. Brooklyn. Miku did very well until she let her emotions out. She said that her father lost to Kirk like this, said Joe, remembering her words of Kirk. Yes, he trained here like you. Kirk met a new rival named Gao Gen. Miku's father was an excellent student here, so I heard well respected and skilled until Kirk arrived. Gong Yu saw him a threat, so this place in Chi, he refused working with Kirk, the trained endless to one day defeat him. Once once the day came, Kirk bested him, but the human wasn't selfish. Kirk knew Gauguin was a strong warrior and respected him. Gauguin and Kirk were sort of friends, if you like. Gurgen quoted that were equals in training. Miku's eyes fluttered open, seeing Yang and Joe looking down at her concerned. Master, I failed. You did not. You have done very well, Miku. I am proud of you, Yang assured her. Mikyu looked away shamefully. But my father will not be pleased. Master Yang sighed sadly. You're right on that point. I will accompany you home and talk with him. Mikyu bit her lip. Thank you, Master. Yang smiled happily and claps her hand once next up. Next up is young Master Sparkle against Cornet. Step forward. The lizard looked over at Joe and Mikyu. Mr. Brooklyn, could you carry Mikyu to the medical apprentice? Apprentice? Well, damn, that was a pretty epic fight. That was an epic fight scene. Props on that, man. Big props on that. Joe watched them leave. Leave. I'll visit her after Spike. Spike. I better get back in there before it starts. Oh wait. Before Mickey could make a comeback, Joseph took her to the apprentice frog doctor, wearing a light blue monk suit with a first aid symbol. Thank you. You may return to your duties. She said. Oh, it's a girl. Thank you. You may return to your duties, she said, placing Miku on her back and bouncing off. Joe watched them leave. I'll visit her after Spike. I better get back in there before it starts. The human rushes back into the crowd ring. Spike holding his metal staff, watching Kernot's death glare. The gem dragon remains calm as best as possible. Sorry if I'm stuttering, guys. Oof. Master Yang steps back, giving some space for them. Are you ready? Kernot snorts at Spike, trying to intimidate him. Heh, you know what? Forfeit this match and I'll forget everything about our fight and let you walk away. Good deal, huh? Spike ignored Kernot's offer. No way. I'm not going to give up after all me and Joe have been through. I'm going to make my friends proud by completing my training and beating you. Kernot growls furiously. You're going to regret you were ever hatched, brat. Ooh, them fighting words! Spike also growls. I'm glad it was Twilight. Begin! Master Yang shouts, staring their battle and finally match today. Kernot starts by raising his fist into the air and bringing it down like a hammer. Spike watches this and prepares dodging for that. He realizes it's night time. Spike quickly remembers to dodge before being squished like a pancake. Kernot's fist smashed into the ground, tracking it. He growled, Are you going to keep avoiding me, or are you going to fight like a warrior? A drop of sweat drops from his face as he is thinking of a plan on beating the rhino. Okay, I have this extendable staff which is tall as Joe. I've never used one before. Concentrate, Spike remembered. Those students using one. Spike concentrated is interrupted by his sense tingling to move out of the way. What is he, Spider-Man now? The dragon did so, avoiding yet another mighty punch. Dude, I can't stand here thinking about this. Dodging isn't going to help me. Kernot stopped attacking and take a brief moment so he could regain some breath. You think your little staff will take me down? If that's it, you'll need a bigger weapon. Bigger's never always the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Just say that. Just to clarify that. Spike noticed when Kernot punches punches, he uses all his strength, which makes him tired. He decides that a frontal assault on Kernock would at least, oof, at least give some sort of opening. If Spike dodges it in time, he might get a hit on him. The Gem Dragon extended his metal staff and charged. Master Yang brows raised, being quite surprised. A reckless starting move. Will this plan make it accessible doing that? Kernock snorted at the sight of Spike charging at him with an extended metal staff. He pulls back his fist, aiming for Spike, and throws his fist down. Spike rolls left, avoiding just in time. He then held onto the staff's end, lifting it up on swinging down on the rhino's fist. The rhino responded with a painful yelp. Spike may be small, but with his power, he could be strong as an adult dragon. Kernock roared now, obviously outraged with humiliation, being hurt by a little metal staff. Spike jumped, frightened by Kernock's roaring. He grabs Spike's staff, in which Spike didn't let go, lifts the baby dragon up, and slams Spike down without hesitation. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Joseph's temper went off the rail, snarling violently. He was charging at Kernock until Yang Swift held Joe by his neck and chest firmly. Wait, don't interrupt. Watch and believe, Yang whispered softly like a mouse. As much as Joe hated it, he couldn't win against the Master Yang. All Joe could do is watch and believe in Spike's ability. You can't do it, Spike. Spike groaned in pain. He felt like thousands of warriors stung him all over. He looked at Kernock with one half open eye. The rhino laughed cruelly at a quick and easy victory for him and his family's name. You lose, weak little baby, Chi wannabe. However, you now will be disappointed in you. Spike's heart skipped a beat and stares in shock of Kernock's disappointment in me. Spike thought back at the happy memories with Joe, Twilight, and his friends. I love you, Spike. Spike, the Gem Dragon hears. Twilight's voice before he left for Extintor. Spike sees Joe appearing in his mind. I won't leave, I promise. He sees all of his friends together, smiling warmly at him. Kernock smirks and walks away. Suddenly, he senses a strong energy coming from behind. Kernock turns around and sees Spike standing up straight with his staff in hand. The baby dragon glares at Kernock. I refuse letting every pony down. I refuse losing. I refuse letting a jerk like you win. The rhino shaken up a bit, manages a weak grin. Oh yeah? Bring it on, kid. I'll beat you again and again. That was a big unknown mistake Kernock has made today. Spike has suddenly disappeared. Kernock looked around his surroundings for Spike. He felt a painful whack on his leg. Kernock fell on one knee and rubs his leg. The rhino looked around for his opponent. Damn, that was fast. But couldn't find him. His other leg got hit again, this time falling onto his hands for support. Kernock gasped in pain. What is going on? Where is he? Show yourself, coward! Kernock demanded in rage. His wish came true. Oh, careful what you wish for! Woo! Spike stood in front of Kernock with a calmer expression than before, but still angry. Kernock felt fear when Spike appeared like a lightning. Before the rhino could move to grab him, Spike quickly lands 3 hits on Kernock's arm. Kernock yells in pain. Spike then repeats on the other arm. Kernock falls onto his chest, but Spike wasn't finished yet. He whacks Kernock's head 2 times in the swift attack. Then he unextended his staff and placed the tip on the ground. Spike pressed a button, raised the baby dragon up, and grabs the end of his staff, does a mighty final whack on Karnat's head. Oof! That gotta hurt. The metal staff collided with Karnat's head, knocking him out cold. Oof! It was that strong? Joseph stood and watched everything in horror. Never had he seen Spike like this before. He was almost scared of him. Spike unextends his staff and kneels down at Karnat. The rhino was out cold, surprisingly for Spike. He bows his head down. I'm sorry, dude. You were a great opponent. Joe walks over to Spike with an astonished look. Spike also looked up with a nervous smile. I didn't know what I was thinking. Guess my anger took over me. Master Yang steps to calmly with two bears taking Karnat away to a doctor. You are not angry, young Master Sparkle. Okay, I'm starting to get used to it, but still, it's funny as hell. It may have seemed that way with most of us. Here I saw differently. When Karnat said you might have disappointed everyone, you remember your goals. You didn't want this to happen at all. You used that as I wanted you to. Well done. Spike smiled sheepishly while blushing. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master. Yang turns to Joe. Same with you, Mr. Brooklyn. You didn't want to make your friends' guidance, care, and friendship go to waste. You want to pay them for everything they done for you, like a vow to protect them. Well done. Joe slowly smiles with appreciation and bows. Thank you so much, Master Yang. Yes, quite true. A voice that came from somewhere. Yes, quite true. A voice suddenly came from somewhere. Everyone turned their heads to the stairs of the Grand Palace, seeing the Grand Master of Chi, an anthropomorphic spider called Chardonia. Everyone, including Yang, bows on their knees. Cardonia walks down the stairs to Joe and Spike. All may rise. Chardonia stares down at Joe and Spike. Little is like his own sons. I congratulate you on completing your training, Joseph Brooklyn and Spike Sparkle. Both of you struggled during this difficult training, even with your power, but with time and learning, you both adapted quickly. Like predators, you fought and lost, yet may be down, but certainly not out. Fought again and won, not for greed nor selfishness, but for the ones who love most. I, the Grand Master of Chi, pass you two as full-fledged Chi warriors, said Chardonia, hearing cheers from the students and warriors. Woohoo! They're warriors now! Nice! Chardonia wasn't finished yet. I also have something else to award them with. This made everyone, even Yang, confused on what else there was. Chardonia brought out two white monk robes with a hood and a scroll. I award with them white robes. Their ranks are now Chi Masters with a scroll of proof of their rank and accomplishment. Chardonia's handed them out to Joseph and Spike. Their hands shake while they hold their awards. Whoa! That's awesome! Master Yang looks extremely surprised at this. Master's sudden rank of master for two newcomers, but remains silent until he gets a chance to speak with him alone. Chardonia smiles brightly. Well, why don't you put them on? Joe and Spike looked at each other like getting a Christmas present. They wasted no time changing their clothes. Half a second later, the human and Gem Dragon are now wearing their master chi robes. They felt powerful as they wore them. Everyone in the training ground bows respectfully at their new masters. Joe and Spike blushed bright red in embarrassment. What? Well, that's awesome! That's cool! Charon then turns around, seeing his students watching him with pride. The spider smiles at them. Well, students, since we have two new masters, you know what that means. Master Yang green skin turns pale when a thought came into his mind. Wait, oh no! He's worse than Pinkie Pie! Wait, I think that's a little too soon. Let's celebrate with a party! Charon cheers with excitement. Most definitely like Pinkie Pie! Oh my god! Oh my god, that was beautiful! That was bloody brilliant, should I jump boy? All the Chi students cheered in joy. Oops. All the Chi students cheers in joy. Now all running around collecting materials for the party. Master Yang covered his face with his hands in shame. Oh my goodness! Not again? Joseph felt sorry for Yang, trying to act professional at all times. Chardonia placed an arm over Yang's shoulder. Come now, Master Yang, lighten up. We all need a break here and there. Yang sighs deeply. I know, Master, but these are Chi warriors. Some are still new. They might become rambunctious. My bad. Chardonia pats his back, letting out a laugh. Ha ha! You worry too much. Joseph and Spike sweat nervously. I think he has a right to worry, he thought. Chardonia looked over to Joe and Spike more seriously. Anyway, hop onto my back, you two. It's time you all should be returning to Equestria. Chardonia ran faster than Rainbow Dash, flying with Yang following them. They reached the beach. Wait, what? Now they're not going to stay for the party? Boo! Reached the beach where Joe and Spike boat is still on shore. The sound of the sea and trees resulting made them all at peace. They climbed off Chardonia's back and slowly made their way to the boat. Yang and Chardonia stand by their sides proudly. It has been an honor teaching you both. I am proud to have been your trainer. I only wish you could have stayed with us longer, said Yang. Thank you, Master Yang. We couldn't have done this without your guidance, Joe replied, bowing as well. Yes, even ever since Kirk, Spirit, and Razor trained here years ago. What? Razor? Those three are the ones in the book! Trained here years ago, brought back good memories. I am also proud of giving you the title Master. I hope you both will find the answers you are looking for. But remember, do not force the answers. Time will tell, Charon said with a compassion at the end. Spike and Joe bowed at him. Yes, Grandmaster Chardonia. Joseph and Spike jumped into the boat. Chardonia pulled out a scroll. This will send you back like how Spirit did it. Chardonia was about to speak in his Extheria's language until a sound came from behind. Wait! A female voice shouted. They all looked to see who it is. It is Miku. What's she doing there? with a bandage on her head with Kernot in bandage one on his arms, legs, and head. Yang smiles. Here to say goodbye. Here to say goodbye. Please be quick about it then. Miku and Kernot nod and rushed over to Joe and Spike. Miku talked to Joe. Master Brooklyn, I want to say goodbye personally. I am proud to be your opponent, and I hope we will fight again one day, she said. Joe smiles warmly, shaking her head. Me too. I'm sorry for hurting you. Kernot looked down at Spike, unable to think of appropriate words. I want to say goodbye and apologize for saying all those words after you knocked me out. I heard you saying sorry for hurting me and saying I was a good opponent. You respect me while I act stupid in front of you. I am going to become like you and help those in need, Master Sparkle. Okay, now Master Sparkle! He's back again! He literally is a master, and his last name is now Sparkle. Okay, back to the story. Spike blushes like a lobster. I think steam's like coming out of his ears. Ah, gee, don't worry about it. And I'm sorry for hurting you so badly. Remember, you two, Joe is strong and highly defensive, like a juggernaut. Spike is fast, quick, helps him take out his opponents with a staff quickly. Chardonia advised his young students. Chardonia starts whispering in Exthurius. Yang turns to Joe and Spike. Remember, you two. Remember my words. Never let your anger take over. Fight for what you believe in. That is your true strength. Joseph and Spike bows down for the final time. Yes, Master. Goodbye, and we hope to see you again soon. Then Tardonia finished his whispering their boats. Their boat blasted off with great speed. The four watch them speed off until they are no longer in their sight. Master Yang looked over at his master. Sir, was that the wise to promote them to master? Chardonia chuckled. Yes. They are what Kirk, Spirit, and Razor were once, even if it was a year. I know they will someday surpass those great warriors. Wait! This happened a year ago? What the hell? What? Ah! Oh boy. Chardonia, Yang, Miku, and Kernot looked at the ocean with peace. Cardonia broke it up. Whoa now, let's party! Yang groaned in a happy way. You'll never change, he chuckles. Yeah, Pinkie Pie and him will probably get along. Joseph and Spike sits down looking at Luna's moon. Joe smiles. How about that, Spike? We did it. We have proof. Spike laughs. I know, brother. I can't wait to tell the others. They're going to be so proud of us, dude. Joe and Spike laugh for a while, letting out their happiness of completing their training. Joe crosses his legs. Spike, want to meditate for a while? Spike nods. Sure, they said it helps concentration. And with that, they crossed their legs and began meditating. However, after a minute of meditation, the sound of splashing put them off. Let's just go to sleep, Spike suggested. I agree, said Joe. Meanwhile, in Equestria, Ponyville, a mysterious shadow figure is walking around Ponyville late at night. The figure walked past some statues, but sees one that interests the figure of all. The shadowy figure holds out what seems to be a hand, and it starts glowing bright. Once the figure finishes, the statue starts crumbling, and mysteriously figure chuckles. Welcome back, Discord, it said. Ooh! What? Discord's getting up on this now? Oh, for the love of God, why? Why does Discord have to be the evil guy? Why not for one? You know what? If I ever include Discord in my fanfiction, I'm gonna make him a good guy, not the main villain in some of the other fanfictions I've read about. That drives me nuts! Anyway, meanwhile, in Questia Canterlot, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, and General Spirit are having their supper, or breakfast in Luna's case, before Celestia retreats to bed and the General returns to his duties. They all are enjoying a friendly chat while Spirit teases Luna about her and Joe. Spirit suddenly felt a tingling sensation. He leaves his chair and walks over to the window, gazing out to the outside world. Celestia and Luna looked at him with a worried expression. Spirit? Are you all right? Spirit looks back at her, then nodding. Yes, princess. Just stretching my legs. He turned back to the window. This feeling, what does it mean? Interesting. To be continued. Well, guys, that was nuts. Hold on. That was insane. Seriously, think about it. Being promoted masters? What? That was awesome! That was awesome! Not to mention the epic bike and the big Golut learning his lesson. Sorry. You can't really see me when I do that. Anyway, this was awesome, but I have questions now for the next chapter. What is the meaning of this weird figure and releasing Discord? Whatever happened to the human Kirk and the dragon? The unicorn we already know about. But still, how did this all happen? Why is this happening? We will find out next time on the next. We will find out soon, and we shall find out one day when we're reading this book, reading this fan fiction. But until next chapter, this is Funky Luffy signing out. Peace.